Hey guys.
Hi guys.
How's it going?
Hope you're all well.
Welcome to episode 3 of the Baz and Sunny Real Talk. I can't believe it's been 3 weeks already.
I can't believe it's been 3 weeks. It's mad.
It's been an absolute roller coaster of emotions.
In what sense?
Well, it hasn't really, but I just thought that's something that we should say at that point. Or like it's been a really fun journey. Or
it's been a really fun journey. But it's been a roller coaster of emotions. I don't know what emotions you've been experiencing.
That's it.
Baz, you killed me.
Elevations. I've been having so many people messaging me saying it's, so sick.
Oh, you're funny. No, it's been really, really good. We've thoroughly enjoyed doing it. We're actually loving it.
It's been really good.
We've had really
positive, great feedback. It's just really fun. And I think, to be fair, I think we're going to drop a couple of episodes a week now, aren't we?
Definitely.
So we got just different kind of content and stuff. We've had a lot of people asking us for so much content. So I think we're just going to put it out there.
People are giving us loads of good ideas, to be fair. So we're going to talk about different things.
Yeah, towards the end,
people wanted to know different things about us. So like today's episode, for instance, today's episode is about just me and Baz as husband and wife. So people want to know a lot about us personally. So a lot of people generally follow us from our Instagram pages, do know a lot about us personally. But a few of you are new to even knowing about us. We thought we'd use this episode to tell you about us, who we are, how we met.
Yeah, I think some of the stuff we always cover on our lives, on our Saturday night sessions. For those that know.
If you know,
you know. Saturday night session with Sunny and Baz. A lot of the questions, it's the same questions that gets asked, isn't it?
Get asked the same.
So hopefully now we can just drive people back to this episode.
Yeah,
and so we have to repeat ourselves because we've got so much other stuff that we want to talk about as well.
And hopefully it'll give you just a little bit more insight into us, how we work together as a couple, and you get to know us a little bit better, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? Real talk, and we're just going to tell you about us. So let's kick off, Baz.
Cool. What's the topic for today?
About us.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
You start. We've just been talking about it.
Cool. So basically, I don't really to be honest, we don't really pre-plan any of this stuff.
Yeah, but okay, I understand we don't pre-plan, but we've literally just said what we're going to talk about.
All right. Yeah. You start first then.
Okay. So I know how to start it off. So shall I tell you a little bit about me?
That's why I wanted you to start first.
Or shall I start off as a couple? So basically, as a
couple. Start off as you.
So my name's Sunny.
Start off as Sunny.
So my name's Sunny.
Who's older than me?
I've just turned 35, so I'm 3 months older than Baz. So I turned 35 literally 3 days ago. 3 months older than Baz. He likes to remind me of it basically on a daily basis, that I'm older than him and he's my toy boy and all this. It's literally 3 months.
3 months is different year. You're born in 86, I'm born in 87.
But at school we would be in the same year group and everything, so I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's not.
I don't think we'd be friends in school though, no.
Yeah, so 3 months older than him, 35 years old, went to the University of Leicester, studied sociology. Following that, I went to work in some sales jobs. So I was business development manager for quite a few different companies, doing different things, right from selling employee benefits to redundancy packages, to consultancy support for training packages. So I sold lots of different things. Oh, remember one time I was selling stationery, like that office one. So loads of random different things.
Remember you wanted to be a police officer?
Yeah. When I first started dating Baz, I said to him I want to be a police officer, and he said, if you're a police officer, I'm not going to be with you any longer.
I don't think we can be friends.
I was like, are you some kind of criminal or something? Why are you so shook about a police officer? I don't know where that one come from. No offence to anyone.
No offence to anyone that is a police officer, but
I think it's a great job, great career.
And we don't do anything bad at all.
No.
We are we're model citizens.
We are.
Of Wolverhampton.
We're laughing.
Yeah.
I think that's me in a nutshell. And then that's it. And then me and Baz met when we were 19. So first tell a little bit about you, and then we'll tell from when we met when we were 19.
Yeah, so myself, I kind of just finished school at the age of 16. I went to the University of Life. I didn't really, education weren't really for me. I kind of dropped out after my first year of A-levels. Even that was just a bit of a waste of time as well. I just never I was always that one that when my parents used to go to parents' evening, or my mum used to go to parents' evening, it would be like, oh yeah, if Baz just really applied himself, he could be so much better. I was that one that would just do enough to kind of get through. My sister was always the clever one. But yeah, so for me, I kind of dropped out at that point, went to work with family. I did that for a number of years, I think until the age of 22, 23, something like that. 23? Just before we got married,
to 24.
Yeah, 23, yeah. That didn't really work out, but we'll talk about that in future episodes as well. Left there, but I took a wealth of knowledge alongside that as well. And then from there, set up my own convenience store first. So we'd always had shops. My mum had always had shops. one shop, and then she grew that from 1 to 3. So I've been in there from my, most of my childhood memories were school holidays.
Working in the shop.
We're working in the shop, yeah, exactly, behind the till, and waking up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, you make your rush. I get the violins out here, Baz. It's really painting, right?
Sad time.
Sad picture of yourself.
No, but it was good. Looking back at it, it was really good. And then from there, I took my first convenience store on, and I grew that from 1 store to 10 stores within 3 years. Created my own alcohol off licenses as well.
We're going to talk about this after we met, because you're jumping, because I'm talking about anything. Yeah.
So what should I talk about now?
So we're going to say
and when we met Sonny,
because all of this
and
stuff
happened.
No, because all of this happened after we met. So all this stuff happened.
Oh yeah.
So that's why. So we know a lot of people that are like dating, and they're quite like, we got married. So we met when we were 19.
We actually spent quite a bit of time together, haven't we?
We have, yes. We met when we were 19. That's when we started dating. We got married 5 years later when we were 24, and I was quite like nervous about marrying Baz. I kept saying to my mum, I don't know if I'm ready yet. I don't know if I'm ready to marry him. I feel like I need to have more money in the bank.
Do you
I need
to just be friends?
Yeah, I did say to, when we started dating, I said to initially, well actually not dating, when we started like chatting to each other, checking, courting, whatever you want to call it, I said to Baz, oh, maybe we should just be friends. And he said to me, oh, I've got enough friends, thank you very much. I feel like all this stuff I'm saying, you've been quite savage to me, innit?
For me, I'm always that kind of person.
I'm making myself see it.
No, for me, I'm always that kind of person. I have like a set vision and set goals of like where I want to go and where I want to get to. So if Sonny was there just time wasting, want to be friends, I'm like,
that's not
plenty of
time
friends.
wasting.
I've got plenty of friends. I don't really need like another friend. Innit? I didn't need one at that point.
I'm glad
Thank God I did, obviously.
Yeah, at the time, I'm really glad you did say that, because I probably would have just friend-zoned you and just carried on, like, do you know what I mean? But I'm glad you did say that, but I can't even believe you didn't say it. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I know a lot of people that are like feel like before they get married, they have to have all their shit in place. They have to like have X amount of money in the bank, be at the top of their career, do all this stuff. But really, and that's how I felt when my mum was pushing me, saying, come on, just do it, get married. Like, why not? You've already been together for so long. And I was like, no, I don't feel like I'm ready. But I'm so glad she did it, because it's just been it's been great. You don't have to have all your shit sorted before you get married.
You say all this shit being sorted. This shit being sorted will never be sorted in your life.
Never, because you're always going to push for more.
If you're not, yeah, exactly. That age you're saying, I always love to say that if you stand still, you're going backwards.
100%.
So at the end of the day, if you're not, and the thing is, like, me and Sonny are so much stronger as a force. Without Sonny, I would be nowhere near as good as I am, and Sonny would be nowhere near as good as she is without me. So if there's two of you going towards the same goal, surely you're going to get there quicker. So if you found someone, you found the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, and you're not taking this opportunity, then you're just stupid.
Obviously, you need to make sure the person you marry is right for you. That 100% goes without saying.
Yeah, obviously,
However,
but if you found that person...
Yeah, if you found that person, you know you love that person, but you feel like you don't want to commit until you've got X amount, or until you're more settled in your career. Don't wait, just do it, because I'm telling you, together you are stronger. And me and Baz are like a true example of that. When we got married, at first I was working in a call centre when we first got married, because I'd just come out of university, so I was working in a call centre, just doing that for a bit. Then as soon as we got married, I applied for more jobs, and I got into great business development manager roles, and we've just kind of grew together. Baz like left the family business for him. You were like still searching for your next step in life. And it's just
kind of a blank start, that was it. Kind of just left with nothing and just moved forward from there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just that, it was a case of we're setting new ambitions and new goals together. So
push each other.
You're pushing each other, exactly, and you're enjoying that journey along the way. And everybody knows, and everybody should know somebody that's around them that is no longer around them. That life is for living, and if you found that person, then you should be taking that with both hands and just growing together.
100%.
There's so many memories. I mean, like, we're very fortunate. I know friends that are getting married now, and then they're thinking, right, they're gonna have a family like next year, and then then yeah, exactly. Then they fall distant because they haven't had time to spend time together with each other. I mean, me and Sonny, literally, we had time to go away on holidays. We had time to be free and do whatever we wanted to do.
Because we were married for 5 years before we had children, so that was just like we didn't.
At that point, when we got to us having children, we felt like we were so ready for it. We're like, we've done the partying, the clubbing, the holidays, the stuff, and at that point we felt like we were fully ready for it. That's why when we had our children, and the biggest blessings that we've got, we never looked back and resented any moment of that.
No.
Oh, I missed out on this, missed out on that. We just embraced that, because that was that time in that journey. And then now we're coming on the other side of it with Nimra's dressing herself for school in the mornings.
Crazy.
And then we're looking back thinking we missed that time, but we've enjoyed so many different times and years together. Anyone that I speak to, if you found that person,
Go for it.
Go for it straight away.
Can't even stress it enough, guys. It's
million,
amazing.
100%.
Don't think you have to have your stuff together. Don't forget, life is not just like, it's not a destination, it's a journey, and you want to enjoy that journey with someone. You want to come back to someone at the end of an evening and talk about your highs, your lows, and I can do it.
We set our vision boards together now every year, every 6 months, and we talk about our goals together. And when you have a highs and lows, you've got someone there who's going to support you. There's no one who knows you as well as your partner, wife, husband. That's the people that support you, isn't it? And they've got your best interests at heart. So if you've got that person, get it straight away, go for it.
So that's a bit of advice for you. So when me and Baz first met, let's go to that. So we met in KFC.
I think she was going to ask me for a date, and I was going, bloody hell, I can't remember the date.
Oh, are you joking me? I don't remember the day we actually met, but do you think I was going to put you on the spot then? Yeah, so basically, KFC, of all places in the world. So my sister was actually working in KFC at the time. Sorry, my phone is ringing. Oh, gosh. It's fine. So my sister was actually working in KFC at the time. I was in KFC going to buy some chicken. When I got in, Baz was in KFC also in the queue buying chicken as well. And I don't know, I just looked at him and he was proper looking at me.
I wasn't proper looking,
you
no.
were proper looking at me to some other level. He was obviously very tall. He had all like these blonde highlights in his hair, so his hair was all like basically yellow at the top in other tips.
I was looking at you thinking, what is that red piece of shit in your hair?
I had a big chunk of red here. And I'm looking back, we need to dig up an old picture for Matt doing it. But yeah, we probably looked the right pair. But anyway, he just kept looking at me.
I didn't look at you. I was like, hurry up and order. Girls taking forever, man. Just taking ages.
That's not true, because I was behind you.
You were in front of me?
No, I was behind you.
Trust me, you got served first and you left. Then you were walking backwards, basically about to break your neck. You were staring at me through all the windows.
None of that is true. He was fully looking at me. Anyway, so my sister was working in KFC at the time, just a little part-time job while she was studying as well. And she had that, what's it called back then?
The only reason that I responded was because she gave me like 3 extra chicken wings.
He's very adamant, but
100% she hooked me with extra chicken wings. And then when I put that connect together, that okay, her sister works in KFC. I thought it's win-win, isn't it? KFC.
So basically, my sister had some online social media account. I think it was called High Five back then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I wasn't on there, but she had a profile picture of us 3. Then he messaged her saying, "Who's that?" And then she gave him my number without telling me, which I'm really glad that she did. Because I think if she told me she was going to give him his number, I would have been like, "No, don't do that. Oh my God, blah blah blah." So I was a bit like, I don't know. Yeah, so I was like, no. I would have been like, no. So she gave it, and then the funny thing is, I was on a night out a couple of weeks later when all this happened without even me realising, with my other sister, and we were like having a rave, and then suddenly I looked at my phone. I still remember the message, the kind of words that he used, and there was quite a long message, and it said in there, "Hey, I saw you in KFC the other day. You look like a really decent girl," like just random stuff like that. And I knew straight away it was him, but I was thinking, how did he get my number? I didn't clock it then, but then I lost my phone. Literally the second after reading it, I lost my phone, and I was like panicking, and I was going to my sister, "Oh my God, I've just lost my phone." Then she was ringing it, and then this other lady came out from somewhere outside, and she came and handed me my phone, and then I messaged you back the next day.
Yeah.
But imagine if I lost it.
Imagine you'd lost that.
Just imagine if no one.
She would have lost it. She would have lost that big time. What? It's true.
Baz, you would have been lying there crying, thinking, "Why hasn't she replied being lucky and that?" Then yes, I found the phone, thankfully, from God, and then we started messaging. We were messaging for a couple of weeks, and then we met up, and then then kind of just clicked off there, didn't it?
That's it, and then the rest, I suppose, is history.
Yeah, and then obviously we got our parents involved. Mum said, 5 years later, let's do this, let's get married, and we got married, and then that's when. So when we were dating, I was still studying, he was still working for the family business, but then the magic really happened when we got married, because then that's when we worked together to focus on our careers and our lives.
Yeah.
So that's how we met. I'm trying to think if we missed anything else out.
That's it.
About that, yeah.
So then I started the journey then of.
So we're 24, and then
24. Then I started the journey of the shops. So you were still in the corporate world. I grew that from 1 store to 10 stores in 3 years. I always said that I didn't want to be a shopkeeper, I wanted to be a businessman. So for me, the ambition was to always kind of grow it into a large organisation, create infrastructure. And
we will do a video on that. So we're going to do an episode on each of our businesses, and the shop one I think is really, really interesting, because I think it's really important to talk about the growth stage of a business, which we'll do when we do the Think Big one.
Oh, definitely,
because when, there were times he was very, very successful in just one store. However, when he started growing it, obviously you're spending money on growth and on the infrastructure and on staff and everything like that. So you're making
stuff
less
like,
money.
exactly, like growing pains.
He was still happy.
The growing pains were huge, but we didn't understand that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But obviously, there's parts I didn't understand at that point, and those are lessons that I learned along the way. But we'll do a separate episode. But
we'll do a whole episode.
So it's already been like 15-16 minutes, so we need to obviously...
Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, get it done. So I grew that from 1 to 10 stores. Sonny was then in the corporate world. I think it's actually my mum's birthday. We went out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We went out for a dessert. And Sonny
in 2015.
And Sonny out of nowhere, always been corporate. Bear in mind, me and my mum, because obviously mum had her shops, I had mine. We'd come back every evening because mum was still living with us at this point. We'd come back every evening. That's what we'd be talking about. And Sonny would be like, "Oh, it's a weekend. Let's go out." And I'm like, "Weekends don't mean anything for me."
Talk about like the shops. He said, "Oh, the price of milk, the price of this." I used to be like, "Oh my giddy god!" Like seriously. And then on a Friday, like not in like a bad way, like I'll stop doing my head in, but I just thought like when you're working for someone else, you could just switch off of an evening, can't you? Whereas these guys they didn't switch off, and I found that quite alien. I was thinking, what the hell? On a Friday, when I used to stick my out of office on my emails at like 5 o'clock, I'd be like, "Oh, that's it, Baz, let's chill, let's have a glass of wine, let's go out on the weekend." And he'd be like, "Sonny, the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're my busiest days. Like, that is not what I want to do. I'm going to work
Saturday morning, I'm going to work Sunday morning."
And I genuinely, no joke, I used to say to him on a regular basis, I would never want to be in business. Like, why would you want this stress for yourself? I can book annual leave when I want, I don't have to stress. I just do not want that world, because he kind of put me off it, because he was just like stressing all the time on a weekend where I was just chilling, having my glass of wine and enjoying myself. However, when we went out on this meal for my mother-in-law's birthday, we went to a dessert parlour and I was like, I want to open one. I don't even know where it come from, because I've never even thought about
this is cool. I don't really know what dessert parlour was first. She was like, "We're going to go out for dessert." What the hell is that?
Back in 2015.
And she was like, "Okay, yeah, we're going to go out for dessert," and all that. Cool. And then she said, "I don't know where I want to do this." And I said, "Okay, yeah, cool." Really, I kind of dismissed it, played it off. Then
I didn't just say it willy-nilly though. I sat there for a while and I was looking around and I could see, and I thought, you know what, this doesn't seem like stressful. Like, I don't know why. Like sometimes, you know, when something, all our business ideas, they haven't been like we've planned for ages and we've thought and done business plans or anything. It's genuinely, hand on heart, just been something that's just come to us, and that is genuinely what come to me. So I said it to Baz and he was like, "Okay." Then I kept saying it afterwards, kept saying I really want to do it. I started looking at premises. Baz started helping me look for premises. So this was June 2015. We found a premises, started working on it. I had no idea, neither of us had any idea about the hospitality industry. Basically creating a restaurant, had to copy train, menus,
everything, the whole lot.
Everything.
And then building a restaurant as well.
Yeah.
Obviously I'd built convenience stores, so obviously I knew a bit about it, but then obviously kind of transitioning over.
Yeah, literally the kitchen, everything.
And then we kind of create that infrastructure.
But we'll do an episode on this as well, so we're not going to go too much into it, because obviously this is about our...
So we created that infrastructure, and then from there, Sonny fell pregnant with Nimran.
That's right, yeah.
So Sonny was still heavily pregnant.
We haven't even said, so we thought of the idea in June for that, and then we actually opened the dessert parlour in December that same year, so it was literally 6 months it took us to do it. Also, that's something that we're extremely proud about, that we did that. But like I said, we'll talk about that in a separate episode. And the following year, I fell pregnant, so I actually had Nimran in November 2016, and I literally worked throughout the whole thing, because I was that obsessed with this dessert parlour. I used to be there all day, every day till the evening. It was like my baby, wasn't it? You had to like drag 100%. Me out of there. So that was great. Nimran came on board. So we've actually got 4 girls, guys, for those of you that don't know. And when we had them, we literally had them all in one go. So we basically... Again,
like a business, we just wanted to bang, 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 and then get it done and get to the next stage, yeah.
Box it off and start creating alcohol companies. Drinking
exactly.
So basically, we've got the eldest who's 2016. We've got the second eldest who's 2018, and then we've got twins that are 2019. So literally I was pregnant for 3 years, like non-stop. There's 10 months difference between the twins, and 16 months difference between the first and the second, and then 10 months between the second and the third, and then 19 minutes difference between the twins.
I know, yeah, it's crazy.
So it's crazy. So 4 girls, all under the age of, well, when we had them, they're all 2 and under.
2 and under, yeah.
2 and under, and we were still growing the dessert parlour business. So Baz sold his stores because he could see a lot of potential in the
so I started winding down the stores bit by bit, and then investing into that business. And then the infrastructure that I wanted to create.
So that's when we started working together.
Exactly. Then obviously Sonny was heavily pregnant, so I was taking a lot of that side on. Then decided to go into that full time, and then we grew that from 1 store to 24 stores
in 3 years.
5 years.
Oh.
In 5 years, 20 stores in 3 years, and then 24 stores in 5 years, because obviously COVID struck and all this sort of stuff. And then...
So life with like our 4 little girls, managing our businesses, doing everything, it's just like a roller coaster.
That's it. And then
I've always said as well, sorry to interrupt, but before I forget, remember sometimes I used to go and work with Baz when he used to be in the shop game on a weekend, so I used to go and help him out on a Saturday or whatever like that.
Christmas Day we used to do it together, remember?
Yeah, and I always used to say to him, like we used to randomly have tips when we do this, and I'd be like, oh God, I could never work with you, Baz. God, you're so annoying. But like literally, isn't it good working together now? No, that's what I'm saying. Like, at first, I used to think I couldn't work.
No, I think the reason why we do work together. I think the reason why we work well together is I think it's because Sunny takes control of her stuff, I take control of my stuff, but we both give input on each other's stuff, and then we're left alone then to kind of handle that stuff. I think if we were just on top of each other doing the same role, I think it'd be very difficult.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at the same time, for our lifestyle, especially with the kids and everything, it worked really well for us because this is us time. Like even at work now, it's us time because we have a laugh, we have a joke.
Get home, there's no us
we have a time because there is no us time. So I think that was the other side. If we were going to work in separate times, separate lives, and then coming back and then having us time, it wouldn't work because the kids would be there. So that was the positive for us, and it worked really well with our lifestyle. And literally, we've got about 4 or 5 minutes left, so let's roll on to the next thing.
4 or 5 minutes left.
Yeah, because 22 minutes we've been recording for now.
So I think that's a nutshell.
No, it isn't, because then in November 2019, we thought of a new business. Which is everything desserts food service. That was basically supplying other bars, clubs, restaurants, dessert parlours with desserts because we had a massive buying power, but we'll go more into that afterwards.
We'll do an episode.
So we thought,
So
we thought of the idea, everything desserts food service.
Worked on it,
put the website together, put the infrastructure together, put the vans together. Already had the routes, and now we're currently supplying north of 300 stores up and down the UK. And then a month after that, me and Sunny were away in Dubai. First holiday away without the girls.
5 years. First holiday alone, just us doing 5 years.
Yeah. I was surprised. I'll book for your birthday.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That's it. So I'd arranged like obviously child cover for the girls and stuff. And
Baz is a bit of the old romantic like that, to be fair. He does do lovely things, I've got to admit. Like he'll surprise me, really nice things. So I was not expecting that holiday. It genuinely shocked me. And we went away and it was just the best.
And that's it. And then we were away for 2 days, and then we thought of the idea, which is obviously what we're wanting to do.
That's another one. Jack Life just came to us completely out of the blue. We'll tell you how it came to us on that episode.
Yeah, that's it. And Jack Life, just was born, and here we are today now. We're in 3 different countries with Jack Life. We started a week before lockdown. We got a new 15,000 square foot warehouse. We're building our own distillery and bottling plant, and we're just growing this business. We're 10xing pretty much literally every quarter. So it's just a big, exciting journey here.
So obviously we'll do an episode on that, but I think the best thing about working together is because we've worked together in so many different businesses, we've understood what it's like having other people work for us. Obviously we've got a big team as well. I've got a lot of staff and stuff like that. A lot of people have come and gone, and they haven't always had the best interests at the business at heart. Whereas for us two, we really, really enjoy working together.
And we'll talk about that because our focus was on this business, and then our other businesses started to falter because of that as well. A lot of that, and we were left in some really sticky situations and stuff. And there's situations that we're having to go back and deal with. But this is the life of entrepreneurs.
We've had some mad experiences, guys. Yeah. We'll probably do an episode just on the mad stuff.
The people that have done us over, let's do that. Let's do an episode on the people that have done us over.
We've had people steal
from us and nose.
We could tell you guys loads of drama stories about that. But that's why I think we appreciate working together even more so, because we've only ever got the best interests of each other and the business at heart. And I think that's the most.
But I feel like we're in a good place at the moment. I feel like we've got a really solid team around us.
We really have. I'm really chuffed with that.
We've got a really solid team, and hopefully in future episodes you might even get to meet some of them as well. Especially if you follow the Jack Life journey, you'll definitely see our team that we work with here. Because we're trying to brand everybody that's around us, and everybody to excel and start on this journey and pass on knowledge, and this is what we're just talking about, isn't it? Yeah. There's so much more that we want to give.
But hold on, people want this whole episode's about us. Is there anything else we can add about us now?
No, I think that's it. There's literally 3 minutes left.
Married 10 years, 4 girls, now all 5 and under. So we've got a 5-year-old, 3-year-old and 2-year-old twins. Working together, met in KFC.
Yeah.
Recently moved house.
Still like each other.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
But that brings me on. Have we got time to do those questions?
Probably haven't, I think we should do them on to the next episode.
Oh, that's a shame. Maybe I'll do it on my Instagram. So quite a few people message Baz and loads of questions about us. Just what's it like working together? What's it like managing 4 kids? All that kind of stuff. But we haven't got time today. So I think our next episode will be purely Q&A. So on my Insta, I'll put loads of Q&A on there, and you guys.
Yeah, we've got these questions. I think obviously we're going to shoot another episode tomorrow, aren't we?
Let's just do it purely on questions and answers.
We'll do it on the questions and answers, and we'll pick a topic and do those questions and answers.
Cool.
And then just please, guys, be more engaging. We're really hoping that you're enjoying the content. We're having some people loads of people actually this week. I think about 4 or 5 people say to us, it's not long enough.
Lots of people said that to me,
yeah, I know.
So
I feel really,
Thanks,
I feel really
That's
proud
really
actually that
happy.
we're holding people's attention for half an hour, because I can only hold Sonny's attention for about 10 minutes. So it's good. No, it's good that everyone's enjoying our content, and we're enjoying doing this as well. I think, which is more important, isn't it? We're really enjoying it. We've had quite a few schools and stuff. Quickly, just to finish it off, for those that follow the Jot Life journey, we've just released the the JL Foundation. That's our charity. It's going to be us giving back. So anybody knows of any great causes and stuff that we as a team can get involved in, please get in touch.
We want to get out on the road, to be honest. We want to go out and do Save Art on the road. Save Art's like a selfless service for those that don't know. And we want to go out and do stuff. We'd love to take our girls out and, I don't know, give...
Our whole team and their partners and stuff are going to be coming. So, and we've also started becoming carbon neutral within Jot Life as a business. So we're recycling a lot of bottles that are going back out there.
Basically,
and
we're
that
at
money,
that stage in our life and we want to give back.
No, but that money in the bottles are going back to the charity, which is the JL Foundation. So guys, please get in touch with us on that, and any great causes that you guys, or if you want to get involved as well, let us know, and then we can definitely do that together.
Really want to put ourselves out there and just give back, really, guys.
And that's
so I hope that was a nice insight into me and Baz. If you want to know more, like I said, our DMs are always open, and we'll put some question boxes up anyway. And also feel free to comment below.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks,
Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye.